Over the past couple of months, I have seen a new subcategory on TikTok rise, and it is called de-influencing talk. And the people on there are trying to de-influence us from buying popular products that influencers constantly try to shove down our throats. And I have to say, I like it. I, and like many people on TikTok, have fallen down the rabbit hole of de-influencing talk. And like I said, I am enjoying it. I love that we as consumers are reclaiming our power and basically telling each other that we do not need that new shirt, that new pants, that new cleanser, that new serum, that new lip balm. We don't need any of it. But with every trend that pops up on TikTok, there's always something in the back of my mind that's like, is this going to become something else? Okay?
Does anybody else find it weird that de-influencing is a trend? Like, I get the message, I get the point, but like, I just find it so weird that every single thing has to become like some massive trend. If you don't like the product, don't buy it. If you like the product, buy it. But I just find it so weird.
Is de-influencing a new movement, or is it a new marketing tactic? Yes, you heard me. I'm always skeptical whenever something pops up on TikTok and a bunch of people jumps on the bandwagon. I'm always like, listen, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, how are they benefiting from this? Are they actually benefiting from it? Telling us that we don't need certain things that they have been promoting for years, or, whatever it is. I'm always thinking about that. And listen, I am not wrong. The de-influencing movement, while I love it and I've been enjoying it, I have also seen another side of it where people are profiting off of the movement. I have seen some influencers use the de-influencing movement as a way to switch consumers from a luxury mindset to a more affordable mindset, where you have them saying like, oh, you don't need that Charlotte Tilbury moisturizer because guess what? e.l.f. has the exact same product for only $10. It does the exact same thing, but it only costs $10. And to me, it's like, that is not de-influencing.
So over these de-influencing videos. Honestly, de-influencing is such a hoax. If you're getting on here and you're talking about these trending viral products that are not worth the hype, and then going into these other products that are maybe more affordable or dupes, and you're like, you should buy these instead, that's still influencing. Whether you're telling someone not to buy something or telling them what to buy, that's still influencing.
If we're telling people that you don't need to spend money anymore, you don't need that product, why are you then recommending another product to substitute that product? The goal of de-influencing is telling people that, listen, save your money, okay? Save your money. Don't spend your money. You don't have any money. You're broke, okay? You have no money to spend. So why are you giving me an alternative to the product that I want? The whole goal is to de-influence me from buying it in the first place, not tell me that there's something else out there that's cheaper that I can buy. Like, it makes no sense. And that's what I'm saying, where some influencers are still able to profit off this movement and be like, oh, but I'm a part of the movement. I'm trying to also de-influence you. I'm an influencer, but look, I'm also self-aware and I understand that overconsumption is bad. So here is something else for you. And it's like, no, nope, I'm not falling for it. I'm not saying that de-influencing is bad, but I do think that there are a small percent of people who are using it to their advantage to profit off of it because they know that people are vulnerable. Yes, people are in fact vulnerable. Do not believe them when they say that they are strong. Some people are very weak when it comes to marketing, and they will fall for any and everything regardless of if it makes any sense. Consumers have fallen to the will of marketing tactics, and unfortunately, I do feel like de-influencing has become a marketing tactic that influencers are using to still persuade people to buy certain things. I do want to start from the beginning when it comes to de-influencing because, like I said, it did start out very pure.
For the next 40 seconds, I'm going to de-influence you and bring it back to reality. Weekly or monthly clothing hauls is not normal. Shopping designer casually like it's the same thing like shopping at Aritzia is not normal. Traveling frequently to luxurious destinations is not normal. Buying the newest headgear as soon as it comes out is not normal. Regularly dining out at expensive restaurants is not normal. I'm here to remind you that most people live normal lives, and that's not it. For the people that you see online, you can't see their potential credit card debt.
Listen, For those of you who are able to go out to eat at expensive restaurants every single day or every other night, I applaud you. Listen, I am so happy for people who live those kind of lifestyles, and I don't want de-influencing to be this thing where we're shaming people for living luxurious life. If that is your lifestyle, go for it. I am so happy for you. I wish we can all live that way, but sadly, we cannot. Okay, a recession is happening right now. So seeing someone dine out at a fancy restaurant every single day while there's a recession and trying to influence people into doing the same thing is tone deaf. It's like, are we okay? That's good for you. We love it for you. There comes a time where you do have to ground yourself and read the room and be like, okay, while this is my lifestyle, I also am aware that this is not the majority of people's lifestyle, and I'm going to respect that and not, you can, once again, live your life, go out, eat, shop, do all of that, but just be mindful of when you're sharing it to the public. But seeing that every single day when some people can barely afford their living expenses, can barely afford groceries, can barely afford to live, it's like, okay, but we're happy for you though. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you.
You can't see their investment portfolio or savings, and you can't see their car payments. So remember that what you see online is just a sliver of the truth, and keeping up with the Joneses is not worth the stress and crappy finances that may potentially come along with it.
I agree. We are not seeing these people's, credit card bills. We're not seeing their investment portfolios. We're not seeing really the impact of this traveling and dining out every single day. You're seeing the highlight reels of their life. You're not seeing what they're actually going through, their ups and downs. They're only showing you what they want to show you. They're showing you what is appealing and what is aesthetic. You're not seeing that they probably had to jump through hoops to go to that restaurant, that they probably had to use their last dime to dine at that fancy restaurant, that they probably had to call up 100 brands to sponsor them to go on that trip, that they probably had to call brands to send them products for them to review in their videos. You're not seeing any of that. You're seeing the highlight reel. So of course you're like, oh my goodness, I want to live this way. But behind the scenes, they're probably going through it just like the rest of us. They're probably going through it. They're probably in the gutter, like in the mud, like beneath the surface. And you're watching this and you're like, oh my goodness, I want to live that way. But do you really? I'm sorry, I need to see the whole picture, the 360, for me to aspire to live a certain way, to aspire to have someone's lifestyle. I have to see the entire picture, the whole album. Okay, give me the whole album. I'm not here for the highlight reels anymore. I feel like that was back in 2015, 16, 17. We're older now where you're like, I cannot afford to risk it all. I cannot afford to live that way. I cannot afford to aim for your lifestyle if I'm not able to see the whole thing. So yes, it's not normal to live that way at all, like whatsoever. Like people live like that in the movies, okay? They live like that in songs. They live like that in fairy tales. They live like that on the internet. In real life, who is going on multiple vacations a year in real life? And when you find that person, give them my number, okay? Give them my number. Okay, because I too would love to live that way. I want to know how they're living that way. How did they achieve that? Let them tell me their secret. Okay? Thank you.
Not gonna want to hear this, but I don't care. So I'm gonna be de-influencing you in 20 seconds or less. Let's go. You can go to bed in an old t-shirt and shorts. You do not need to be spending over $100 on a luxury pajama set.
Okay, those of you who are doing that is insane to me. Once again, it is okay to do that if that is actually something that you can afford to do. Some of you guys cannot afford to do that. Some of you cannot afford to buy luxury pajama sets. You can't afford that. No ma'am. You can't. Don't lie to yourself. You've lied to yourself enough. You cannot afford to do that. Do not allow someone to tell you that that is normal and that you can afford it when you know good and well that you cannot afford it. It's nice and all. I would love to go to sleep every day in full-on cotton pajamas, the most expensive one that's out there, Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci, all of it. But I can afford that. I can afford it. Come on now. Listen, y'all need to come down to earth. Okay? Y'all need to come down to earth. Let's remember that you also have free will, that you can think for yourself, and let's start doing that. Let's actually start doing that. Let's start using our brains and really applying it to everyday life. Because what? The fact that y'all allow people to influence you guys to go out and buy things that you can't afford is beyond me. It's beyond me.
Traveling often over the span of a year is actually not as normal as social media has made it seem. So you should not feel bad because you can't afford to take 5 trips every single year. Weekly or monthly clothing hauls are not normal. Spending over $300 on a single shopping trip is not normal, and you should not feel bad because you can't do the same.
And mind you, they're not paying for any of that. Brands are sending them all those clothes. Most influencers are not buying that, especially if they're fashion influencers. Yeah, they're definitely not buying any of those pieces. So while you're trying to live their lifestyle, they're calling up brands for them to afford that lifestyle, because they too are aware that they cannot afford that sort of lifestyle. Because no one can, unless you're super rich and you know you're well off and you're good. Great for you, but the average person cannot afford to go to the store and drop $300 a week on clothes.
You do not need more than 1 reusable water bottle. The concept of reusable water bottles are that you can reuse them. Why do you need 6? I actually hope this video ruffled some feathers and de-influenced you in one way or another. Comment down below one thing I mentioned that you actually agree with.
What you have is good enough. You don't need anything butter yellow for spring. You don't need a little butter yellow cashmere sweater. You don't need a butter yellow linen dress. You don't need butter yellow ballet flats.
Are you guys really going out and trying to buy butter yellow everything for spring? Like, this is what I'm talking about, where it's like sometimes you can't really blame influencers. Y'all just want to buy whatever. Y'all just want to go out and spend your hard-earned money. And honestly, at this point, do what makes you happy. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Because what? Why do you need a whole new wardrobe? Because it's spring. In butter yellow of all colors? I love me a yellow, but why would I want to wear all butter yellow during spring? Like, what? I'm thinking about it right now and I'm like, what? But okay.
None of that stuff is really going to make you happy. Save your money.
They don't want to save their money. They want to spend it. So let them spend it. Listen, let them spend it.
Hey y'all, I work at Sephora and I'm about to show you all the things you don't need from the Sephora sale. Starting off with these foundations. They're all garbage. Every last one. I'm so sorry. No. These.
Saying something that horrible about Fenty is like starting World War III in the beauty community. Because what? She said the whole foundation line, throw it away. Okay, girl, I guess. And she works at Sephora and she's doing this. So people are risking their job to de-influence you guys. People are going into their place of employment and telling y'all, like, yes, even where I work, there are things you do not need to buy. And listen, more power to her. She's a brave soldier. She's a very brave soldier to go into her place of work. And basically, that, mind you, she works at Sephora and she's supposed to sell you products, tell you that you need certain things. But here she is making a video like, no, guys, actually, you don't need some of these products. Like, you don't need it. Like, they're not good. So, honestly, kudos to her.
Bronzing sticks you can get dupes from e.l.f. for way cheaper. Honestly, any of these, I just feel like none of these products work. They're literally just a marketing scam. The one size blurring foundations, first of all, just look at the range. Garbage. These lip masks, they're literally glorified Vaseline.
I have something to say about Laneige because I actually bought one of the Laneige glowy lip balms, and I have to agree, Laneige, in my opinion, is high-end Vaseline. When I put that thing on my lip, it felt like I was rubbing oil on my lips. It did nothing for me. It hydrated for a second and then all the hydration disappeared and what was left on my lips was oil. I did not like it. I did return it because I was like, absolutely not. This thing costs $20. Like, what? I'm spending $20 for Vaseline? I'm not doing that. So yes, I did return it. I normally hate returning things because I know it goes into the trash, but I had to. I want my money now. It's my money and I want it now, because no way y'all are out here selling $20 Vaseline when I could just go to CVS and get me Vaseline for $5. I'm not doing it. I refuse to.
Honestly, these patches are also a marketing scam. They don't do anything for your eyes. Lastly, hate to say it, but honestly, everything from this brand can be found somewhere else. Literally, they use a lot of the same ingredients as other brands, and they're just so overpriced. It's no reason why you need a moisturizer that's like $80. You just don't. Can't forget Glow Recipe. Also, just know.
Drunk Elephant have people in a chokehold. This brand, I feel like, has just been everywhere. I have seen little kids go into Sephora trying to buy Drunk Elephant. And mind you, it is not cheap. Drunk Elephant is extremely expensive. And you have little kids going in there trying to buy it. Like, where are your parents? Do they know you're trying to buy Drunk Elephant? Do they know you're trying to buy a retinoid? Okay.
Stop buying basic tank tops and loungewear. They're comfy, but you're wasting your money. I'm the type of person to go out and buy every single crop tank top that I see in sight, so I know how tempting it can be to just buy the same thing over and over again. If you like loungewear and you like crop tops and this and that, I love that for you. You don't need to be buying like the same top over and over again. Start investing in basics. You should have a leather jacket, a jean jacket, a black skirt, a white skirt. Things that you can easily style that aren't just a bunch of colorful crop tops and hoodies. If you already own hoodies and you already own tank tops, there's no point in buying more. Everyone should wear what makes them happy, but when it comes to overconsumption, I feel like we're in such an era where we go on TikTok, we see a Black Friday haul, a Christmas haul, and we're like, I need that. I need that. But no, you don't. You don't need that. Stop buying the same clothes over and over again because you're wasting your money. And you're gonna have a closet that looks identical. If you're not buying unique pieces in style with other pieces, fits are not gonna slay.
I stopped buying trending pieces years ago because who got the money to keep up? I feel like every day the trends are constantly changing. One day this is in style, tomorrow morning this is in style, and then you have a whole closet of this because this was in style, but now people are like, no, that's trash, we don't like it. This is what we're buying now. And it's like, who has the money to keep up with that? I am not doing that at all. Like, do you see what I'm wearing? I have had this in my closet for years. Every outfit you have seen me worn in my videos, I have had it in my collection, in my closet for years. Like, I'm not doing it no more. I'm overwhelmed. I'm exhausted. I'm broke. I do not have the time to go out and keep buying these pieces because TikTok tells me that it's now trending. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Unless you're gonna send it to me, I'm not doing it. I'm not. Like I stated earlier, de-influencing at its core was a way to make people more aware of their spending habits and remind them that influencer culture is not normal and that it's okay if you're not able to replicate that lifestyle, because more than likely some influencers are not able to do that as well. They're selling you a reality that oftentimes is not even their reality. But as you will see, de-influencing has changed a lot. It has become a place where people are just recommending products and disguising it as de-influencing. I also want to say that I understand the criticism of de-influencing.
I find it incredibly ironic that people are using this de-influencing trend as a way to tell people what not to buy, which that is totally fine. I am all for saving the coin and not spending money on products that aren't going to work for me or aren't going to work for you. That I totally get. But they're completely missing the point of the whole de-influencing trend. It has nothing to do with what products you buy, what products you don't buy. It's the fact that people are having this influence over you. But I don't know, there's just something about it that's so interesting that the point got like right there and then went right over people's heads. I mean, I won't sit here and act like I don't watch those videos because I do. I like knowing what people don't spend money on, but I also see the incredible amount of irony behind it. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It is none of your business what someone decides to spend with their own money. It is not your problem. Mind your own business. If someone wants to go out and buy 100 skincare, that is their problem. It is not yours. So while I do understand that de-influencing can be a bit contradictory because you're still influencing someone even if you're telling them not to buy something. However, I do think that the original message was to help people and make them more self-aware and put the power back into the hands of consumers. The rest of today's video, I'll be showing you clips of people trying to de-influence you while in the same breath recommend you another product that they think would be better for you. And it's almost laughable because you're like, what's the point of you trying to de-influence me if you're going to recommend me another product? The first clip is of a girl trying to de-influence people from buying the Dyson Airwrap. She talks about how the Dyson Airwrap is not good, it's too expensive, and just goes into more details on why she do not think the Dyson Airwrap is worth the price. After saying all that about the Dyson Airwrap, she then goes ahead and recommends the Shark Flex style, and I'm just like, girl, that thing costs $300. So you're trying to de-influence me from buying a $600 blow dryer, but yet you're recommending me a $300 blow dryer? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, come on, people. We gotta stop. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I am about to de-influence you from a very controversial product. The girlies are going to be very upset with me, but frankly, this needs to be discussed. But don't worry, if you feel like you absolutely can't live without this product, I have another option that is half the price and better. Here we go. You do not need the Dyson Airwrap. I don't know why more people don't talk about this. It is not good. I'm sorry, but $600 for a hair tool that you need to put mousse in your hair beforehand for it to stay is not good. Sure, it might be better than a $60 blow dryer, but $600, there is no way. Do yourself the favor and get the Shark Flex style. You're welcome.
I honestly thought she was going to say, guys, you don't need either of these expensive blow dryers. You probably have one at home that you can use that will give you the exact same results that the Dyson and the Shark provides. I thought that was the logic she was going to apply, but I guess not. The second video is a licensed esthetician trying to de-influence people from buying the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum because she explains that it's way too expensive and the ingredients don't actually match the price point, which honestly, I agree with her. I do feel like skincare is way too expensive, and then when you look at the ingredients list, it makes no sense because you're like, okay, you're not using high quality ingredients, but yet your prices is giving luxury. But then once again, after trying to de-influence you from buying that really expensive skincare, she then recommends you a more affordable version of that same product. And it's like, what's the point of de-influencing me if you're just going to recommend me another product?
De-influencing skincare edition. I am a medical esthetician. My name is Maya, by the way. This is my forte. I do not care to say I don't like a brand because I'm honest. Michaela. If you haven't seen my TikToks before, I talk a lot of about brands. I'm not sponsored. Yeah, let's get into it. Ole Henriksen Truth Serum Vitamin C Serum. Canceled. Why? For $73, paying for a yellow color dye and sodium ascorbophosphate, which is a very cheap vitamin C. Not a bad vitamin C, but you don't have to pay $73 for it. Instead, the Burst Stroke of Brilliance Brightening Serum also contains sodium ascorbophosphate, but it's only $21. There's no color dye. If you've never watched my videos, you know I hate The Ordinary. So obviously, anything The Ordinary is a no. Invest in your serums because serums go deepest into the skin and they give you the most results. Don't buy these one ingredient things that sit on your face and get sticky and peel off. Invest in something better. Instead, use the Green Envy Hyaluronic Collagen Serum. I could use this serum all over my body, I would. Look at this list. Everyone can use this serum. Peptides, antioxidants, hyaluronic acid.
I don't think a lot of influencers understand what the de-influencing movement is, or at least at the core. I'm gonna show you one more video. There is a whole bunch on TikTok. Honestly, just search up de-influencing and you will find all the hypocrisy. The last video I'm gonna show you is a girl trying to de-influence you from buying the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. And once again, she's like, it's so expensive, you know, it's not really hydrating. But yet in that same breath, she goes ahead and recommends you a whole nother product for you to buy that's way more affordable, but does the exact same thing that the Boom Boom Cream is also claiming.
If I can de-influence you from one thing. And I know this is a cult favorite. I'm gonna get attacked by this. It's the Bum Bum cream. I'm sorry, but this is not hydrating enough. I know it smells divine. I love the smell. That's why I have the mist. For the price, it does not compete with my Palmer's cocoa butter. This stuff is amazing and it keeps me so hydrated. It smells amazing. I use it in this way. Like, I put it upside down to like slide it on my skin. Look at this glow. Price, this is £4 and this is like 16. The bigger one is 48 and there's one for 21 or 26. So this is £4. This is 16.
There is nothing wrong with recommending a product that you like because that's exactly what these influencers are doing. I think they need to stick with that and say, hey guys, I see that everyone is trying to buy the Bum Bum cream, but because it's too expensive, here's an alternative to the Bum Bum cream. But don't say, hey guys, I'm here to de-influence you from buying the Bum Bum cream. And then at the end of your sentence, recommend me another product. Because de-influencing has a whole nother definition to it. You are recommending a product and that's completely okay, but don't disguise it as de-influencing. The concept of buy this, not that is not new. All they're doing is taking an old marketing strategy and trying to repackage it and sell it to us. Once again, in case you need a reminder.
The reason why I hate the de-influencing trend is because you guys are doing it wrong. You're contradicting yourselves by de-influencing one product and then hyping up another that you claim to be your tried and true. This is much better, I promise you, buy this, not that. That's even worse, you guys. Look, the intention is good. I understand over-consumerism and trying to help people save their money, but the math is not mathing because believe me, no product in the world is gonna change your life. No product in the world. And that's coming from someone who has a perfume page, okay? I literally recommend perfumes for a living, and I promise you, no perfume is going to change your life. No makeup product is going to change your life. It all starts in your head.
Once again, I am not against the de-influencing movement. I actually like it and I enjoy that we are speaking out and helping one another and saying like, guys, we don't need those products. It's not something that you need in your collection. It's not something that's going to benefit you. If you don't have the money, don't buy it. I also do want to add that it does not matter how many times you tell someone to not buy something. If they deep down inside want to buy it, they're going to buy it regardless of what you tell them. There are people in comment section of de-influencing videos who are like, yeah, I get it. I don't need it, but I still want it. And it's like, okay, that's fine. And that's why I feel like the de-influencing TikTokers need to understand that it does not matter how many times you yell it from the rooftop. If people believe that they need that product, they are going to find a way to get it, even if they do not have the money to afford it. They will do whatever it takes to get their hands on it just to satisfy that craving inside of them. And I think this influencer says it best.
Am I the only one that hates this de-influencing trend? I get it. Some influencers have taken it too far and they are trying to influence you to buy literally everything and they are not reliable. If your best friend found the holy grail moisturizer, wouldn't you want her to tell you? Why is it so different and so bad when it's an influencer that tells us? I get it, some of y'all are trying to save people from spending their money on things that they don't actually need, but maybe we should get out of people's pockets. Quite frankly, I understand the pressure of social media, but even if you de-influence somebody from buying something, it's not going to fix their money habits. And unfortunately, spending a ton of money on things that influencers suggest is an impulse control problem. It's work that's got to be done from the inside. I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I guess because when I share things on my platform, it's because I really love them. And I would want my best friend to share them with me.
She is absolutely correct. Impulse buying and overconsumption is an issue that a lot of people deal with that can't be solved by TikTok videos alone. I too have fallen victim to marketing tactics online, so I don't want this video to come across as me being on my high horse or someone who is not affected by influencer marketing. But I do also think that it's important that we take ownership of our action and don't blame everything on influencers, because we also have the ability to say no. We can say no. We can say no, thank you, I'm good. Next. We can do that. That is possible. We are all grown-ups and we can make decisions for ourselves. So I do also want to highlight that and let you know that you as a consumer have the power to say no. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on de-influencing TikTok. Are you here for it? Are you inspired? Or are you like, stay out of my business and leave me alone? Allow me to buy what I want to buy and it's none of your business. Like, I'm here for it. If that's your perspective, I'm here for it and I respect it as well. But yes, that is it for today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in my next one.